Hello everybody, welcome back for another brand new video. And before we kind of get straight to the point of this video, is I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And basically, this is just a topic that, I probably would have been wanting to say as first, but late, that we're going to probably be talking about is the guy who was like a 12 wrestler champion that was pretty damn good, and I'm like, damn, he's been like freaking badass. Pretty much likely in most wrestling, I gotta say that is pretty incredible. Like, freaking incredible, man. Like, literally incredible. So, before I, kind of say anything here, is that the guy I'm gonna be referring to is Hulk Hogan. Now, basically, in most other times right now in the present that I probably will want to be saying here, that even though I'm trying to move a bit of my hair right now, so no worries about it. I'm just trying at least to move it for a bit. So, just never mind about it. So, what I'm going to say here is that, man, poor dude. Poor dude. Lived by 71. I mean, that's a little bit something I never get to notice. I'm like, huh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Which, I actually like the guy. Don't take me personally. Just because I like the guy doesn't mean I might have to be on similar sides to why I might like Hulk Hogan or some parts I might like or dislike about Hogan. But let me say this question: is that I gotta say, by the way, he was like a pretty good man. I'll admit that he was a pretty damn good man. I actually have to say he was a pretty good wrestler, and I'm like, damn, the dude went for 12, literally 12 in a row by being a champion. 12 in a row of being a champion in wrestling. Like, that's not coming from me. I'm just thinking of something that is pretty nuts that I never get to notice in my lifetime, which yeah, for once I never did got to watch Hulk Hogan's movies, which I might probably personally will watch a bit of his movies since I definitely would want to remember him by exactly, since that would probably be a good thing exactly for me and for the rest of everyone else to do the same. Which, if anybody does want to care actually to go on and watch his movies, I probably will be doing the same too, exactly. And just give him the prayers exactly, at least for most likely, which just for the occasion that I just like the guy. Like hell, he rips his shirt the whole freaking time. Like that is just wild. Like it is wild to say how crazy it is in every intro that he does. Like whenever he just gets to the entrance of most of those times, he just rips the shirt off. Like completely nonstop. Like literally nonstop. Like when he rips that shirt, it's nonstop ripping it. Yeah, that's just pretty much I just want to say is just that the dude lived on amazingly and lived on pretty damn well. And I'll say this that the dude is just incredible. Like when he says the word brother all the time with his old all of those insults, I love it. Like seriously, it's just beautiful. Like to me, that actually brings me to a good, happy smile of like a true American patriot smile. Like every single time, it makes me smile to hear that word by saying is like, "You're going down, brother." Like he literally goes on and saying that, which I don't know if I can do like a good Hulk impression, just like the Hulk Hogan impression, but I may give it a try. But but it's just pretty nice. I'll admit that I like the guy, which I think it's pretty awesome just to say how he does pretty well in those wrestling ones. Pretty much includes of the WWE one too, exactly. Also from the game, which that actually makes sense too, which I just definitely like the guy. Even hell, I may even get to play the guy whenever I play on my Xbox. Who knows? Like maybe that's just gonna be for an off recording thing for me to play for exactly just to think how awesome Hulk Hogan does, which trust me, I really actually did unlock him whenever I got the chance when I get to the store of the game. I actually literally got the guy and boom. It actually was incredible. I'm just talking about the collaborations between my Xbox and PS4 that I'm talking about in both games. 22 and 23. that whenever I actually went and bought Hulk Hogan, in the game, I literally just got him and just practiced a little bit interesting and see how the guy does. And yes, I did got Dwayne the Johnson too, exactly, and a few other wrestlers, which I didn't even get some out there. Which who knows? It's just all about I have to just like keep playing and playing and playing and playing until I just have to like do what I got to do exactly like the rest of everything else to do so. Which, like I said, it's just going to be incredible that I will probably at least do for most likely of my time just to do that and just see how far I can do it. And if anybody still actually has like wondered about like, oh, when am I going to do the screenshots of the mercenaries of red and blue? Well, like I said, patience is patience. Patience is patience. Whenever I have that ready. Because, like I said, I actually am getting a lot of work done, by actually comparing with the PS4 to the Xbox that I'm comparing to see what you guys like better, which I don't know how am I going to make this different, but it's going to be a while. I've seen how I can just like get all the screenshots into that, which I don't know how am I going to play it, but we're going to see. We're just going to see. So, in this case, all I want to say here exactly about me still talking about Hulk Hogan is that I gotta say, whenever he was like in movies, he was pretty good. Like, he was impressive. Like, what did I kind of prefer better? Did I prefer Rocky or Hulk Hogan? Obviously, the Hulk Hogan. Actually, yes, I kind of preferred him over Rocky. Which, even though don't get me wrong, that Rocky was okay at least from two other ones. But when it's the Hulk Hogan out there, he's gonna come out there and do something out there. Which I know he's just gonna kind of go all and doing all that moves of all he does, like his same old tactics he does, which is just amazing. And not only that, I kind of noticed that he was in a tag team wrestling. I'm like, shit, that's crazy. I didn't know he did that. Like, I for one did not know that, but I actually did. I'm like, okay, impressive. I mean, imagine if John Cena did a tag team, which I'm not sure if I ever thought of that question, but all right, let me go ahead and see if I could find that question. All right, give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and just copy it. All right, time to copy it. And let's see if I'm going to like try to go ahead and look at it. All right, let me go ahead and do the microphone. Yes, yes, yes. Did John Cena ever did a tag team wrestling? Oh, let's see. What? No way. I was right. I was right. I didn't see that. Okay, well, at least the overview of this is telling me that he said that it said yes. Yes, John Cena has participated in a tag team wrestling throughout his career. Even winning tag team champions, he has been a part of several tag teams with vicious partners, sometimes with those he was funding with at the time. Oh, impressive. Impressive. Okay, well, that's impressive. That's just for one I never get to know about. Like, I don't know what he got a partners with. Like, hold on, let me go ahead and like see what he partnered up with. And partnered up with. All right, let's see what this says. Ooh, he says was like Sean, okay, and then with the BAT, that's I don't even know how I'm gonna say that name. Okay, and then also with David, and then the MIZ. Impressive. He actually teamed up with one of them, and he barely teamed up with R-Truth. Okay, cool. That is cool stuff. I'm like so surprised that my jaw's gonna get dropped already, and I'm like, wow. I never knew John Cena actually tag teamed with somebody before, and I'm like, okay, this is like one time new thing I'd never seen before, but this actually surprised me. I've come completely nowhere, and I'm like, huh? Would you look at that? That actually surprised me for once. Not know that. I actually am now surprised. Like my jaw was gonna drop, right down to my shirt, and I'm like, wow, like good, wow. Okay, let me see if I could do that for The Rock. Let me see. Let me see if he's ever been a tag team wrestling before. Okay. Did Dwayne Johnson ever did a tag team wrestling? Oh, okay, okay. All right. Guess The Rock really did tag team wrestle with somebody. Okay, and also got him with partners. All right, so he did post a tab. Okay, so it says yes. Dwayne The Rock Johnson did participate in tag team wrestling. He famously tag teamed with Mankind slash Mick First to form The Rock and Sock Communication, a popular tag team that held the WWF Tag Team Champion 3 times. He also briefly held the impressive with The Undertaker and with Chris. Okay, that's interesting, brother. That's interesting for once. That's like literally interesting. Like that is just wild. Like that is so freaking wild. That is crazy. Like that is like pretty crazy, man. That is like freaking crazy. Not to tell it pretty much to say, but that's crazy. All right, let me go ahead and just take a look for a second while I'm gonna do this. Like, all right, all right. Let me just go ahead and type on this anyway. So I'm gonna say has John Cena ever faced The Rock? Let's see what this will appear up here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see here. And oh yeah, and one. Wait. Okay. So it said. Let's see who definitely won. Okay. Let me look at this. Let me totally look at this. Let's see. Oh, this says something. Okay, this says something. All right. Interesting. Really interesting. Very interesting, I'm looking at. Oh, wait a second. Wait one freaking minute. John Cena destroyed The Rock? No way. Just no way. Like, bro actually just got just got The Rock out of nonstop. And I'm like, what? No way that John Cena got him. That's crazy. Which I'm just saying that is pretty wild. So that's just crazy, man. No idea. Like seriously, no idea what happened right there. But huh? Like, would you look at that? I just never knew how John Cena really barely got The Rock out of nowhere, and I'm like, impressive. Just impressive. I have no idea how that happened, but that's crazy. So you're telling me John Cena barely beat The Rock at this right now? That barely beat The Rock. Well, impressive. And let's see what this was going on here. So, oh yeah, we claiming the match. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, The Rock defeated John Cena with a rock bottom. Whoa! Whoa! Wow! Who knew who actually did that? Who knew really did that? That's crazy. I mean, especially that was pretty nuts. Wow. Crazy. Like, very crazy. Alright, well, guess that makes so much sense. Really makes a lot more sense to tell me on that. Alright, let me see if he ever faced Hulk Hogan. Let me see if he ever faced him. So, let me go ahead and take a look. Okay, let me go ahead and spell his name. Okay, Hulk Hogan. Alright, let's see. Let's see if he ever really faced John Cena right here. Oh, wait a minute. He was facing, wait a sec. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a second. Wait 1 minute. Hold on the phone. Hold the phone for a second. Wait 1 minute. You're telling me right here and now that Hulk Hogan was gonna plan fighting John Cena? No way. For real? Like, literally, for real? Man, that's crazy. And a little bit of something like that, which I wouldn't call it whack. I'm just saying is crazy. Like, that would be literally going out the window. And I'm like, oh my god. That would have been so crazy if I ever will see a match like that by seeing as like Hulk Hogan taking on the John Cena. Like, the John Cena. Like, man, crazy is that? I can really just say how crazy is that. No idea, but I just really find it very crazy, and I just find it. I'm like, wow. I'm like, OMG, that would have been crazy to see that match. But unfortunately, due to him having an injury, which, yeah, that probably did suck, by the way, which I was hoping to see how Hulk Hogan would have take on the John Cena, but I guess not. I mean, guess not. For some reason, I guess not, I guess. But yeah, I pretty much gotta say that would have been an interesting match for the first time, but that probably would have said most things to kind of explain it. But that probably is crazy to say that at the least. But at least I did figure it out and found out exactly how that was going to go out, and I'm like, okay, so you telling me he was almost ready to want to fight John Cena before he would have like retired at some retirement thing before he kind of like left the WWE. I'm like, huh. Well, would you know that? That's interesting at the last, but I could probably say how crazy that probably would have been. So let me just say this: that to the guy that I will say this to the legendary guy that is pretty much the only one that is the John Cena. I mean, not sorry, blah. I meant to say was Hulk Hogan. Yes, Hulk Hogan. So let me just say this question is about that. Hulk Hogan, you sir are a true American patriot, and you sir as hell are amazing. And even in fact, that will even give you a very much likely a thumbs up and a very amazing thumbs up. It's just that you sir are legendary. You sir are just a legendary. And in fact, I actually just want to say is that man, hope you actually had a good life, and I hope you had a great time exactly in heaven, which I hope you had a great time up there, which, yeah, that probably would have been an interesting match to see with him facing against John Cena for the only time I might actually be witness to hear that. But I guess it was kind of like too late to close the curtains, I guess. Due to him having a heart explode or something, or a little bit like about like us having a heart attack or anything, which, yeah, we could probably know why all heart attacks are pretty bit bad, which they're not that good, which we could probably expect why they're bad. So, yeah, I mean, some of that might be a thing, and some of that will still be a thing to this day, which I could probably know why about that, which we all kind of been that road for a lot of different reasons for some people to have that kind of heart attack. And could really understand why to that. So, I hope to say this question, everybody, that I hope to say is to Hulk Hogan. I hope that you have a great life, and I hope that you have a very great, amazing time while you were doing movies and wrestling, which I, for one, to say that the dude is a legend and a total, absolute legend and a great, amazing guy, which I gotta say, the dude is just amazing, which I could really just say this, how awesome the guy is, and in fact, the dude I even could appreciate, I think he was pretty good. I'll admit that he's a pretty good guy and a very patriotic wrestler and a pretty good wrestler too, which I could probably say that I wonder what the Rock's reaction would have been about Hulk Hogan going off, passing away at the age of 71. Which, for once, I probably would have agreed with the guy with the Rock. I probably would have agreed with him at some points at that. But that is just pretty damn, just a little bit something like that. But I guess we're just gonna miss the guy. Which, even though that I was pretty hoped to be very excited to be hyped to see him taking on John Cena, but I guess not. Unfortunately, I guess not. At some points, I kind of was a little bit excited at one way or the other, which I probably was going to get excited to see him taking on the John Cena, but I guess not. So, anyways, hope to say this that God bless you, dude. Just God bless you, man. I just hope that you have a great life, John. hope you have a great life, Hulk Hogan. Which sometimes I may forget. Sometimes whenever I just have to think differently at this point and just say is not trying to confuse with John Cena or anything because I'm not trying to confuse myself for a little bit. Which sometimes I just have that and sometimes I just don't. But here's what I'm saying: is that to the guy of Hulk Hogan, I hope that you are gonna be amazing up there, and I hope that you will do amazing and okay, and I hope you have a good life and live a good place. So hope you have a great time and rest your soul in peace, and hope that you have a great time, and yeah, hope that you have a great life. And as in for fact that I hope to say this, by the way, that I actually did heard about one thing that The Rock was definitely facing Hulk Hogan before, and I just say is that wow, The Rock actually beat Hulk Hogan, and I'm like, that's pretty crazy to say the last, which I could probably say how crazy that was. I mean, imagine three wrestlers. Imagine three wrestlers were taking on each other. And I'm like, bro, that is sick. I mean, that's pretty sick to say at the last, which I know they're like mega stars or something like that, which I know they still remain to be mega stars, but I gotta say, that is crazy. I couldn't really almost like me to say how much I could say how crazy that's going right there, but crazy. Imagine having three wrestlers. Literally three. That's crazy. Like, I'll say this that hope you have a great time, Hulk Hogan. I just hope you have a great time, and yeah, hope you just have a great time. And all I gotta say this question is that even though I might watch some of his movies, which in fact I probably will look up and find his bit of his movies to watch, which, to be obvious, I probably wouldn't want to watch Rocky 3 at this point since I don't know why, but I just think Hulk Hogan was just a better winner in the end, which I don't know if he was ever trying to succeed or anything, but at least I like the guy, how awesome the guy is, and I'll even still again to dedicate to the guy that I hope that you have a great time and hopefully you just have a good life in heaven and just whatever takes you up in the heaven of the high heavens, which I hope that you have a great life. So that's just all I will say to the message, and I hope to say that yeah, I hope that you have a great time, Hulk Hogan. I just hope you have a great, amazing life, and I just hope you have exactly. And also, when you did rip that shirt open exactly in the 2024 one right there, that was pretty badass. I'll admit that I was like, damn, damn, just standing on up, damn, that was cool, and I'll even give that a thumbs up. So yeah, like I said, the dude has balls. I'll admit that the guy has balls. He'll stand up and do it. I'll admit that was pretty interesting. So I'm like, dang. I was so surprised. And I'm like, wow. I was like, freaking wow. Man, gotta say, man, it's just wild to say at the last that it's so freaking wild and just going up and do it. And I'm like, mm-mm, wow. That was my wow face, and I'm like, wow, wow. But yeah, like I said, man, that is pretty crazy. And I'll admit that was pretty cool from what he was doing, but nice. Just crazy, man. So, anyways, it's just time I'm going to have to wrap it on up and just say is that, well, if you guys ever do want to say something nice about Hulk Hogan, that probably would be amazing too. And I actually would say the same thing too, exactly, is that hope the guy has a great life, and I hope the guy actually has a great adventure up ahead, exactly from the sky, and waving at all of us down below, and just waving at us, and just saying is that hope the guy actually has a great life, and I just hope that he has a great adventure along his lifetime, and just enjoy what he has. But for me, I'll say this that even though I'm going to make it a little special, just to say this, by the way, that I'll actually will watch his movies for the very time I'll ever say it. And also, even in fact, I might even in fact have 3-on-3 wrestling. Just with the wrestlers I like pretty much likely is the Dwayne Johnson, John Cena, and of course Hulk Hogan. Which I might even have that for the only time I'll ever play it on my Xbox, which I will get that started anyways to play it. So yeah, that's just something I never would have expected, but crazy at the same time. So, Even though I was about to like kind of plan making this video a little bit somewhere, but I just want to make this special and just make it a little special dedication to the guy and just say is that hope the guy really has a great time. And also for as for his wife and children, that I hope that he has like an amazing stuff, and he was even a great dad. And in fact, that he was even a great dad. I'll admit that he was even a good dad. Which, there's like a few different good sides or bad sides about him, but at least I'll stay on with the good, not the bad ones. But the good ones he was doing are pretty talented and pretty dang cool. So, like I said, he was pretty amazing. And even though that he did have kind of bit of some things going on with like the effects that he ever had about like some things about keeping his muscles going on up. But if I was in my own shoes and his shoes, I probably would have not taken those drugs. I mean, for me, I probably wouldn't. Because, I mean, it's just kind of too much. Like, the old saying is this. Like, I'm not trying to, like, offend here, but I'm just trying to make an old saying here. Is like, if you ever do kind of take the drugs, it's going to cause a lot of different effects. Like, really not good ones, but there could probably be different side effects to it, which is just either good or bad. But the bad here is never take any of that. I mean, especially if I was probably myself in my own shoes, I would have said, mm-mm. I put my hand up and says, "You get that away from me. Seriously, get that away from me, and I will not even think about it." For 1, 5, 10 seconds of it. Just not 10 freaking seconds. So, anyways, that's just what I want to make the message and just say is that I hope that God is holding on to you and just hopefully have a great time there, man. And yeah, so I'll see you later, man. And hope to say is that rest in peace, John. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, sorry, Hulk Hogan. Okay, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. So hope you have a great time. Hope you have a great life, and hope that you actually enjoy yourself. So anyways, that's just kind of what I want to be making for right now. And without further ado, I am Devin-Foxy, remastered again. And yeah, so hopefully to say this, that hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And it is pretty sad to see a legend go on and pass away, which it's just kind of a bit sad at some point. But yeah, there's been some sayings about like some things about being like a legend or left be forgotten or something like that. There's like two things exactly by saying is like a, as I was saying, is like be a legend and continue on, or pretty much B, that most some other people would decide and say is like having an A or B, or just to pick two paths anyways. Like, here's the one on the left. So the one on the left is either say is like either be a legend and go on, or the other side on the right is called be a legend or be left forgotten. Which I think those are the only things that's been ever been quoted or some points to say it, but for me, example, I think it's just a little sad to see the guy pass away, even if he had like a heart attack, like his heart popped or anything. But yeah, it's just a little bit horrified just to see him go. But it's just a little sad to see him go. But I have to say that at least I probably did wanted to see him by saying one more last goodbye to him before he kind of did fly all the way to the heavens, before he ever did that, was like him facing the legend John Cena, which before he ever would want to plan on that idea, which I think he could have did that idea, but I guess not, because due to like the thing that he had with his effects or anything, which started to like kind of like kick in or anything, which that kind of is another example, but yeah. That's just all I kind of want to think to the guy and just say that I want to like just remember him by exactly for John Cena. I mean, damn it, why do I keep saying the J word? Hulk Hogan. Damn it. Sorry. Sometimes, like I said, I've always will have that sometimes that even if I just keep like misspoking or whatever, but I meant to say is Hulk Hogan, even if I'm not good with the some points of that, because hey, just don't blame me on that. So what I'm saying is what I'm meant to say was Hulk Hogan. So hope you have a great time, man, and I hope that you have a safe and good time. So that's all I want to say for everybody. And without further ado, that I'm gonna say this is that I'm Devin-Foxy remastered again, and I'm about to just kind of end this right now, end the video right now. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And without any further ado, I'll see you guys once again, and like always, absolutely in the next video. So thank you guys. Take care. Have a great time. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. And also, by the way, if you guys actually do want to make good dedications to Hulk Hogan, that probably would be amazing to hear that, and that probably would be great to do that, and that would be absolutely amazing to see that. So if you guys want to actually just like, I don't know, play on the games on the Xbox play the games on the Xbox or PS4 or whatever, or maybe watch his movies of his DVDs, then that probably would be okay to actually dedicate him exactly and just remember him by. So that, by the way, I probably would want to say that question. So, without further ado, I'll say this one more last time before we get off. Exactly, is that I am Devin-Foxy, remastered again. And I'll see you guys soon enough for the next video, and then till again next time. So, thank you, and rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. And I hope to say, pleasures will be pleasures. So, see you guys for the next video. And pretty much likely, God bless you, Hulk Hogan, and you're a true American patriot and always been a great patriot American. Always. Strong guy, always freaking badass and amazing every time when he does that. We're saying is like, going down, brother. You want to go on that now? But anyways, without further ado, I'll probably at least give myself a little bit of some impressions of Hulk Hogan, but not too much, but just a little bit some impression just to kind of think about that. But anyways, see you guys next time. Have a great day. Have a great, amazing day. And I'll see you guys next time for the next video. And don't forget, by the way, I actually did make the post, by the way, whenever I get the 2 streams ready. So the 2 streams I'm actually am really pretty much to release exactly is that, I did say this question I said was around like, August the 12th and then the 13th, whenever I get the next stream out, which I probably am considering to have that stream ready around that point, around like, August, because it'll actually give me a bit of some motivation and give me some bit of time whenever I get that ready. So again, I did have 2 YouTube. I do have like 2 streams being put up to be placed to be ready whenever they're actually going to be ready. And also, there probably will be a time when another reaction video is ahead. So again, no worries when it's ready on the streams that will be ready on 2 similar streams that will be ready. So once it starts, then it will start. So if you guys actually will take your time and the pleasure of waiting and waiting. Now, actually, will be amazing enough to keep waiting. So, that's all I want to say. And also, if everybody actually does like Hulk Hogan, then go ahead and like and absolutely subscribe my channel, and that'll be actually amazing. But there probably will be some like the dislike of some Hulk Hogan, some reasons to him, but like I said, it just sometimes happens. It is what it is. But here's what I'm saying is that the dude is incredible, amazing, and really freaking god tier amazing. Even if he was somewhat okay in the best, but he still turned out to do pretty well, damn badass every time in the end. That always gets a good spotlight in somewhere in the end, but you probably will show up at some points. But like I said, thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and if you excuse me, I'm probably am going to go ahead and play my Xbox and just pretty much do it off recording anyways, and just, yeah, I'll probably go ahead and play the Xbox anyways. But anyways, without further ado, see you guys in the next video, and don't forget the stream is coming up soon on August the 12th and the 13th. Whenever you guys are ready to actually just go ahead and enjoy the stream. And now remember, there will be 0 negatives, only good positives. And I'm not talking about opposites, which, if that's what I'm actually going to say. So, if you guys actually enjoy the video, go ahead and like and comment, subscribe to the bell to be notified. And I just thought I would want to just make something special for the Hulk Hogan, which even if I did try to not try to not make things confusing anyways, which I was trying at least to do something not less confusing, but sometimes my tongue's going to slip anyways, but I probably meant to say Hulk Hogan, not John Cena, for a few different facts for FYI, but here's what I'm saying is I hope you guys again enjoyed this video. Without that being said, and also, one other quick question before we get going is that, have I did see John Cena before? Yes, actually, yes. I did saw him the first time, actually, yes. That actually includes one. I actually did saw John Cena before. Like pretty much when I was seeing him in the assembly, actually, which I was there, but for a while ago, I think it was just like a long time ago. I think it was just like way long time ago, but I think John Cena's pretty okay. I've always liked him pretty similar. Like some characters, I probably will say they're pretty good, and some others I could probably appreciate not or whatever. But I just don't want to get off topic or anything. But without further ado, I'll see you guys again for the next video. And without that being said, see you guys next time. Signing on off and signing out. Devin-Foxy remastered again. We'll see you next time. Also, take care, everybody. Have a great day and rest in peace to the legend of Hulk Hogan. Signing on out.